Most cleaning business owners lose money before even making their first dollar, and it's almost always because of bad pricing. You guys, in this video, I'm going to share with you guys my three-step pricing process, my three-step pricing formula, okay, whichever you want to call it. By the end of this video, you're going to know how to price and charge for your cleaning services. And today will be the last day that you're going to undercharge for your cleaning services. Okay. Now let's go ahead and get into this. Now, I'm not going to even go into the big debate of hourly versus flat rate. I do not agree with hourly. I feel like it's going to cause your customers to be confused. I feel like it's going to cause you to have to undermine them with negotiations. Like, I just don't like it. Okay. It is not the end goal, win goal. All right. I like to use flat rate pricing, and I like to use square footage as our base pricing. Okay. And what this looks like is we use the square footage of the home, right? Because that's the most common thing. Like, some clients, they'll take away how many bedrooms they want clean or bathrooms they want clean. But at the end of the day, the square footage is the most, is the one that's not going to change, right? So using square foot as your basing price, it takes away all of the guessing game. Now, how we have changed this pricing formula up based upon the last one, because I did do a recent formula video maybe like a couple months ago, but with us introducing Cleaning Biz AI, I needed to create a very simplistic pricing formula that the AI bot will be able to understand with pricing and giving quotes out to clients when they're trying to close deals on our behalf, right? Cleaning Biz AI literally talk, text, or in-app message a lead will get all their information and provide them with a quote, and they need to be able to gather that information and then give them a quote without confusing the customer and the bot getting confused. So this is our very new proven pricing formula. And how this one has changed versus the other one is we don't really do an add-on rate or an add-on price, like add-on flat rate price for the square footage for, I'm so sorry, for deep clean and move in and move out cleaning, right? For a little basic knowledge, with the residential cleaning, we offer 3 cleaning services: standard, move in and move out, and deep clean, right? So with our regular base rate, these numbers, you guys, please understand, these are all general basic numbers, okay? Example based numbers, all right? So let's say for regular cleaning, we are charging 30 cents per square foot. Okay. Now, let's say if we have a deep clean, instead of adding on an additional surcharge for the deep clean, what we're doing is we're just changing the square footage number from 30 cents to another amount. Okay. So for a deep clean, for example, let's say we're going to charge 50 cents for a square foot. Right. And for a move in and move out, let's say we're going to charge 75 cents for the square foot. Because remember, the more higher cleaning service, so deep cleaning, that's more work, right? There's more baseboards, there's more surface area that has to be cleaned, and surely in a move in and move out cleaning, the entire home is going to be empty. So it's even more surface area that has to be covered, which means we need to justify that with the cost increase, right? So for example, let's say we're doing a move in and move out cleaning, and I'm going to use very example low numbers, okay? And it's for 100 square feet. So we'll take 100 square feet times 0.75, so 75 cents, and that would give us $75. Okay. Now, of course, that's not what we're charging, because that size house is not really existing, but it doesn't stop there. Okay. What also we need to include is how many bedrooms counts and how many bathrooms, because within those cleanings of those different rooms cause additional cleaning service that needs to be done, right? Bathroom, you have shower tubs, toilets, mirrors, glass shower doors, right? So that's more work. Okay. So let's say, for example, we're going to charge an additional $15 per bathroom, right? And let's say, for example, we're going to charge an additional $10 per bathroom. Okay. Why does this matter, you guys? Because it's more labor. It's more time. It's more detailed, right? Because there's some places and there's some companies where they're like, yo, if we clean 2,000 square feet worth of your house, that's all we're going to charge. But is all 2,000 square feet created equal? No, it's not. Bathroom, like I mentioned, all of those things: bedroom, picking up toys, making the beds, possibly changing the linen, possibly changing the bedding, like organizing them clothes and putting the dirty hamper. Like, there's more stuff that has to be done. So more labor, more time, which is why we would be able to charge extra for those rooms. Okay. Now, what that pricing formula would look like, right? Beforehand, we just showed you guys what it was. What was it? 100 square feet times 0.75 for moving and move out cleaning. Well, if we had to add 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms, then that means we would be adding in that additional price range. Okay. Now for add-ons, let's not forget add-ons, because we still have the add-ons that we still need to charge more for. So we have dishes, right? Inside of your oven, fridge, pet hair, baseboards, right? Interior windows, wet wiping of blinds, like all of those add-ons would need to be charged. So you would still charge for those normal add-on costs. That's not going to change, because remember, more time, more labor. All right. So now when you really walk this full pricing formula down, right? This is what it will look like for a regular. Let's say we have a 100 square feet house and we're charging 30 cents. So that would be $30. If it's doing a 1 bedroom, be $15. For a 1 bathroom, it'll be $10. And let's say we have an add-on of a dishes for $20. So that means the total cost, let me get my little handy dandy calculator. Okay, the total cost is, let's see, 30 would be $75 for that cleaning service. Now, y'all understand we're not doing 100 square feet houses, okay? Now, let's say we have a deep clean, right? The only thing that we're going to change is the 30 cents to now 50 cents, because we're cleaning more of the home. We're cleaning windows, window sills, baseboards, light fixtures, door frames. All of that's included in a deep clean. So we need to increase the cost from 30 cents per square footage to now 50 cents per square footage. And now we have $50 plus the 1 bedroom cost of 15, plus the bathroom cost of 10, and plus the dishes of 20, now would have us at 95. And we would do the same thing when we got to move out cleaning. Instead of charging 50 cents, we would charge 75 cents. Okay, you guys. Now remember, you're still going to do your pricing research. You're still going to search for 5 to 10 companies within your local area to find out what that medium range looks like. Okay. But understand, you guys, this formula is what's going to scale your business. This is what's going to happen. That's what's going to help you not to lose money. I just did a video where I talked about my 5 biggest mistakes. And one of them was undercharging our services, because I didn't charge off of systems. I just charged off of emotion, off of like just fear. Like, I don't know what to charge. I'm just going to charge what I think people would pay. Right? Essentially, that's what I was doing. Right? But this formula literally takes the guessing game out. There's no guessing. You have more confidence to where like you can tell them what the price is, what they're paying for, and what they're going to get. And it's going to equate to more bookings. Right? Clients trust structure. If somebody calls and like, I don't know, let me figure it out. Let me see like what I'm feeling like today. No, no, no. We want to have professional pricing and a professional service, right? You only need 3 to 4 jobs, you guys, a week at a range of $125 to $175 to hit your 2K monthly goal. Right? I've been talking about what it looks like to scale your business. Sometimes people can't really be like, yo, 10K month business, that's good and all, but I don't know if I really believe that's possible for me. Now we're going to work on that, but let me show you what it looks like to hit $1,000 a week business, what it looks like to make $1,000 a month business, right? So we talked about what this pricing formula will look like to hit $2,000 a month. Now understand that this is the numbers game, because if you can do 3 to 4 jobs a week, can you do 4 to 8 jobs per week? Can you do 8 to 12 jobs per week? And that's what the scalability looks like. And understand, way this business structure works, to get more jobs, yes, you will need more marketing and more access to more leads. But in order to do more jobs, you need what? More cleaners, right? If you have 5 cleaners doing 2 jobs a day, y'all do the math. This is what the scalability option looks like. Okay. So now if you guys want the exact walkthrough of this pricing formula and the launch formula to get your business up and running from 0 to 2K, you guys join the upcoming workshop. Okay. The link is inside the description. If you guys want to be in the room and you want to get the information and you want to get the resources, get in the room. Make the decision to invest in yourself and invest in your business and to choose your freedom. Right? To choose what it is that you're trying to build for. How are you mapping out the rest of your life? Like, what do you want that to look like? Right? Like, yes, we're chasing numbers, but understanding that the numbers is what's going to bring us to our desired end result, right? From that ceiling, from that place, right? Understand that there's never end result, right? your ceiling just becomes your next floor, right? You're like, yo, Jazz, I reached 2K, baby. Now what's next? 5K. Okay, cool. Let's do that, right? So your ceiling, every time you grow and every time you elevate, that ceiling just becomes the next floor. And then once you're at that floor, you're at that floor bottom level. I'm doing 2K consistently a month. Awesome. What's the next goal? 5K. Cool. That was the ceiling. Now that ceiling one day will become the floor. And now I'm making 5K consistently. Now I need to do 10K and 15K and 30 and 50. Okay, you guys understand we're never stop growing. Once we that's a dangerous place to be in, and I do not want to be in that place. So you guys get in the room. Okay, grow your business, scale your business, start your business wherever space you're at, wherever you just found yourself in. Let's do the thing today. All right, until next time, you guys, do all the things of all the things. Like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye, y'all.